Okay, so now we're on the next stage. We've made the interior, we've made the collision. It's in here. You can see it all works. So this is the collision. This is the interior. All right. So now what we're going to focus on is not that one. Template files. So we're now going to be working with these. All right. So what you want to do is move these over to your OpenIV. Just drag and drop. Now what you're going to need to do is edit each one. So with the manifest, we'll do that one first at the bottom. We'll start from the bottom up. So first of all, you need to rename it. Remove the custom. So now it just says manifest. To get these template files, just send me a private message on Discord, and I'll send them your way if I can at the time. Obviously, I might be at work, I might be out, I might not be able to do it, and so forth. Move to ytyp. You need to make sure when you change the name of it, you go into your content. Yeah, and this is what I've called my ytyp. Okay, so I'll copy that. So this is from the DLC pack that you made previously, and now that's the name that you need to have your ymap. Okay, so just rename it. So now that's your ytyp. Good stuff. So your ymap, you can rename. Just do it tutorial, or however you feel. It's not end of the world. You just have to make note of it for when you edit in the ytyp. But before we do so, we're going to open up the ymap, and what you're going to need to do is, I've put here custom collision file name. So this is your tutorial interior collision file name. Okay, so just rename that to tutorial interior. What's happening now? Why has it done that? Right, let me close this. I'll just copy the name. So copy that. Now I'm going to edit this, and then just change that to this, and then go down, and there'll be another one. Change it to that. Just, I mean, this would be your custom ymap file name, which is tutorial Milo. Yeah. So tutorial interior collision is fine. Okay, we need to come back to this later and change the streaming extents and the position and rotation. All right. But for now, we'll save it. That's the bulk of it done. I just need to double check the manifest, make sure I did it right. Okay, I didn't change everything on the manifest. So what you need to do now is change this. Yeah, we've called it tutorial underscore Milo. Okay, and then change that to tutorial ytyp. This is custom, so it's tutorial underscore ytyp, and then your collision name, and there's no more customs, so you can save that. You can always regenerate this again at another stage anyway, using Codewalker. I will go through that step at another point, but these two should be done. Well, the manifest should be completely done now. Your ymap we still need to play with, but we have to go into Codewalker. This is where you can also generate a new manifest if you want to. We go into the ytyp. Now what you need to do is custom model file name. So this will be your YDR file name. Okay, so you need to edit first. So if I just get rid of it says collision, so it's interior, that was model, delete that, and then now, so this is the Milo. Okay, so now that's the collision file name, collision file name. Basically what it is, you're saying that this is my Milo instance, but I want you to show this interior, okay? And then by doing that, you're telling it of in here I have also a room, portals, props, which is the entity definition. All right, so you need to make sure you put your interior name in there as well. Okay, so then it can read it and it can understand it, and then it'll display in Codewalker. Your BBM max, you can keep it like that. All it is the bounds. I'll show you in Codewalker. It'll make a lot more sense when I load it in. But first of all, I'm just gonna crack on with this. Get this doing. Your custom room could be just, I don't know, tutorial underscore room. Okay, it doesn't matter what you call it, mate. It basically is what you feel that you want to define each room with, which I did miss on the collision file. That you have to select on the collision. You have to select a face and you click it. You change it to the room ID. I did do a little brief type description of how to do it on my Discord, so if you're not too sure, go on there and do it. Or if you've got the one room, you don't have to change any of this, you can just keep it as the one room. So the limbo is fine, so we are pretty much ready there. Making sure I've not missed anything, so I should be able to save that, and these all should be good to go. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go into Codewalker and we're going to load it up and see what it looks like and move it and put it in the position that we want, and hopefully load it into a game and we'll be ready to check it out. Okay, so we're loading Codewalker. Make sure you've got enable DLC and enable mods on. It's very important that you have this on, or you could have all kinds of problems. So as soon as you load in, what I've done, I've whacked it into my stream file, because you can't open a project or ymaps through here. It's just quicker just to throw these into your stream file, which all you need is to create a folder within your resources. Call it whatever you want. Make sure you resource Lua. There's this information now. It's very important you have that. And then you make another folder called stream, and then you just put all your files in there. Pretty simple as that. Then you go back to your resources, and you should have a resources.cfg, and you just add start and then the folder name, and it will load it into the game, which I'll show you at another point. But before we go any further, you open up your project window. Now you've opened up your project window, you open the ymap file. Now you go to your tutorial Milo, which we've added into the resource tutorial in the stream folder. So you open it. Now this is going to take you to a completely different place to where you want it, which it's not the end of the world. So you click it, just click go to, it's the quickest thing. So this is the last place that I created a interior, because this is where I created my SASP station. So now you can see it's there. I've got the portal there that we did earlier, and it's there. I mean, as I said earlier last time, by flipping the walls, it's invisible at the top, visible in the inside. Same for the walls, same for underneath. Okay, so but this white box, this is your room. Okay, the reason why it's completely going out of its bounds is because the props are outside. So you're telling it this is how big my room is, even though it might be smaller. So we'll be clanking this in, clanking that out, deleting stuff, and you'll see it get smaller, bigger. And the bounds that I told you, the 360 one, let's have a look. Is it on this one? Yeah, this one. This is that. It's massively big, but it's not the end of the world. We'll change it another time when you're comfortable where it is, because they're simple fixes. So what we're going to do, I'm going to move this to the desired location, which is at Mission Row, the car park, the door. So I'll go there, throw it in that area, then I'll line it up and show you how I do my best. Okay, so I've now moved it. It is here. Let's just get this into somewhat position. Well, the portal's a little offset, so I need to go back and move it. It's not a problem. As I said, it's just a temporary thing. Let's just mouse wheel in just so I'll go slower. And I'm holding left click and W here just to, I'm slowly mouse wheeling back just to get that little speed up. Okay, so now we're here, which is good. I'm going to want to turn this a little bit, just to try and level it out. I mean, if anyone knows any quicker way to, I don't know, snap it and stuff like that in Codewalker, then that'd be great. But I try and use my own eye and level it the best I can. I'm going to need that to go up a bit because of the floor, as you can see. So I might have to do it as like a little step-in one. And you can always edit it at another time. It isn't the end of the world. Obviously, with here you can see there's little gaps, but it's not a problem because I would normally have a door frame here. So then they wouldn't see that regardless, which would be good. And that's in the right position how I want it. I'm hoping this version of Codewalker allows rotations. Some of them don't, which is a bit of a pain. So now this is what you're going to do. You're going to calculate your extents. And this is now the new position extents for your interior. So you've got your position, your rotation, that's all in there now, that's all going to change. This is telling me it's got one exit portal, which is the one, the blue square, which you can see. I am going to be saving this one. So I'll save it as the tutorial Milo. Okay, so that's now saved, which is perfect, is what we want. We don't necessarily need to edit it anymore, but what I will be doing is I'm going to be opening it again just because I don't know if the rotation's fixed on this one. I should have probably checked it first, but I didn't. Okay, so it seems to be okay. Yeah, so it's loaded in, it's lovely, hunky-dory, it's there. It's where we want it. Alright? Or thereabouts, which is good stuff. So now I'm happy with this. I will close it again, but now what I will do is I will delete this one because I don't need that one anymore. So what I'm going to want to do is go to, where is it? So let's go to my resources file where I have it. OpenIV again. So I'm going to throw the new Milo in here. I always do that just to make sure, like, I know now that's fine. That's exactly where I want it. Perfect, not a problem. But you can do as well in. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Quick thinking. I don't need the template. What have I done with it? So I've got two of them open. Don't know why I've got that open. Is it on my desktop? Yes, here it is. So, okay. This is what you can do. You can right click this, edit with Notepad++. You can scroll down and this is your BBM. This is basically your radius of your interior. So this is now telling me that these are the X, Y, and Z coordinates, and same for the bottom, which makes it the square, which is the green square, which I was showing you. You can change it, you don't have to. I would recommend doing it, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I won't be doing it. And the reason why I do recommend doing it is because if I remember rightly, that green box, if you're talking to someone in that green box, everyone in that green box will hear you. So if it's that big, everyone in that whole green box area will be able to hear people talking in the game. So that's just to fix that issue, okay? I'm sure that's the reason why. I'm not 100%, but I'm sure I've seen a lot of fixes through that with this. But as I said, for the purpose of this tutorial, I won't be doing that because I just want to get it in the game. I want to show you how to make an interior, how you make it all enterable, and you can walk around and you can enjoy it and have fun. So I'm going to move on to the next stage now.